Hey everyone, so welcome back. I have a bit of a different video for you guys today. I'm just sat here chilling with my cup of tea because I thought we could, yes, my tea is drank through a straw because I've just whitened my teeth, so we're drinking through a straw. I have filmed a much requested TMI tag. Well, it's kind of a TMI tag, but I switched up a few of the questions. Like, I watched a load of my favourite YouTubers who had done the TMI tag or like a get to know me question video, and I just picked out some relevant questions because some of the TMI tag questions are a bit like basic. Like, what's my favourite sweet? I don't think you guys need to know that, so I just picked out some relevant ones that you might find interesting. So let's get into my TMI tag. Let's get to know me. Okay, what is my name? It's Laura Blair. You probably know that if you follow me, and if you don't, then it's Laura Blair. Birthday is 28th of the 2nd, 1988, which means yes, I am very nearly 30, but not quite. Where were you born? So I was born in the Wirral. I always say this and everyone's like, what? Across the water from Liverpool on like a little peninsula. No one knows it exists. It's really beautiful, but it's like in the middle of nowhere, countryside, and that's where I grew up. So I'm originally a country bumpkin. Occupation. I am a full-time blogger. As I keep going on about it, I'm like, do you know a full-time blogger? Do you know? Oh, yeah, everyone knows I'm a full-time blogger. It's like my dream come true. I left my full-time job in Feb and I've not looked back. It's been my first 6 weeks of full-time blogging has been crazy good. Fingers crossed I can keep doing this for a lot longer because it's literally what I've dreamt of since I discovered what blogging is. So fingers crossed I can keep doing YouTube and blogging for as long as possible. But before that, I worked as, on the opposite side of the email, I worked as like the PR person. So I used to recruit bloggers, and a lot of you who are bloggers probably know me from this. I used to work at like a blogger platform. I used to be the brand relationship manager there, and yeah, I'm not cut out for office life, so I lasted 5 months. Why did you start your YouTube channel? I love YouTube. It's literally my favourite thing in the whole entire world, but Instagram, YouTube. Anyway, so the reason I wanted to do YouTube and why I enjoy it so much, let me tell you the story. I walked into, I was paying for my petrol the other day, and there was this girl in the petrol station. She served me, she was crying. We were the only ones in there, and I walked in and I went, if it's a boy, he's not worth it. And she just broke her heart. It was a boy, and I could see that she found like she found comfort in the fact that I was talking to her and she was sharing her problems with me, and that I was telling her how exactly the same thing has happened to me before. And that comfort that we got from sharing our experiences is why I liked YouTube so much. I discovered YouTube at a really down period of my life. Just listening to girls the same age as me, like with the same things in common, going through the same life problems, it was really comforting, and I kind of wanted to be that comfort to other people too, if that makes sense. And I could talk for England, so I could probably talk to a lamppost and I'd find a good conversation to have with it. Best feature. My eyebrows. I know this sounds crazy, you're gonna be like, what? But I never pluck my eyebrows. In fact, I don't think I've ever plucked my eyebrows. My eyebrows are naturally this shape, and I know that's a really sucky thing to have as a best feature because you could just go to Benefit and get your brows done, but I actually generally never pluck them. It's really handy. So yeah, my brows are my best feature. Braces. I had braces for 6 years, all the way through high school. From when I was in year 7 to when I was in 6th form. I was like 18 with braces on, I think. And I was still rocking the colours like when I was 18, because I was like, I'm not even going to bother getting white because you can definitely see them. So if they're there, I might as just well get like bright pink, bright green. So up until I was 18, I was that person in school. So yeah, I had braces for a long time, but I was really annoyed because they're still wonky on the bottom. So I'd probably like to get my bottom ones fixed at some point. Piercings, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 of which I had done at a shop, 1 of which my sister did in the garden. Don't recommend it to anyone, and it's really wonky, and it's in this ear, and I never put an earring in it anymore, but yeah, she pierced that for me in the garden. Okay, tattoos. You probably all seen this one. It says love, laugh, live. And that was, I was just in Selfridges and they'd opened up a tattoo bar in Selfridges and I was like, I'll just get that written on my arm. But you know what, like I didn't even really think about the saying, I didn't think about anything. It was such a happy time in my life that I didn't even care what it says, just every time I look at it, it really reminds me of like a great time. So I think it might be a film, Love, Laugh, Live. Who knows? I have one on my neck as well, which is Hindi, and it says, I hope it says, Imagine, Dream, Believe, which runs down my neck. I really don't know what it says. I asked for that, I put it in Google Translate as that, but it could say anything. I remember when I got it done, I was in a club and I saw someone that was like Indian and I was like, excuse me, can you read the back of my neck for me? And I was like, what's it say? He told me it said Imagine, Dream, Believe in so many words, so I think we're all good. First award, I won an award in primary school for legit surviving the most accidents, and that pretty much sums up my life. I literally am the most accident prone person you have ever met in your whole entire life. My first real concert, I only ever been to one concert, and this probably explains why. It was my sister's birthday present to me, I think. It was Lady Gaga at the Liverpool Echo Arena, and I'd never been to a concert before, so I had no idea what to dress like, and I think my sister was like, yeah, everyone gets really into it. Everyone goes dressed as like the person. So I went dressed as Lady Gaga. I had high-waisted knickers on, I had like a leather gold jacket on with a big diagonal lightning bolt across my face. I'll insert a picture here if I have it. But no one else was dressed as Lady Gaga. My fave TV show, now this is hard, Sex and the City or Gossip Girl, I just love them both. It's too hard to decide. Favourite song, Skyscraper, Demi Lovato, I don't know. I love it. Every time I'm like feeling a little bit down and miserable, I put that song on. I'm gonna play it for you. Literally, I could be listening to that song and feel like I could fight Muhammad Ali in a fight and win. Favourite book has to be Harry Potter, always. Funniest moments throughout school. Oh god, I had so many. I had the best school days, and I had a really good group of friends, but like, I'm not saying I had the best school days, because believe me, I had a lot of shit in school. Like, girls were me. I went to an all-girls school and then I went to an all-boys school for sixth form, which was the best time I had. But in the all-girls school I did get a lot of shit, but I literally just let it go over my head. Anything that you do, you'll always get some kind of bully that will try and put you down. Literally, you have to grow hard skin and let it just go over your head, because I find with most bullies, the problem isn't you, the problem is with themselves, and they usually have an insecurity. Bullying happens all the way through your life, it's not just in school. And I find the best way to tackle it is just ignore it. Don't stoop to their level. I remember coming home once from school and I literally had been in some sort of, I don't know, I want to say fight, but I went to a really poncy girls' school, so I had like egg on my head, flour down my shirt, Ribena on my hair. My mum was like, don't ask. It's been a rough day. But you have to laugh about these things, you really, really do. Otherwise, you can either do the opposite and you can let it bother you. So you pick one or the other. How many countries have you been to? A lot. I love travelling. Like, I feel like I want to go to every country on this earth before I die. It's the one thing that I want to do in life. I just want to get out there and see the world. Like, it's more important to me than having like a house, a career. Like, I just want to travel. And when I was in my early 20s, I did that. I lived in Beirut for 9 months. I remember like just deciding one day to go live in Beirut. It was amazing. And by the way, Beirut's next to Syria, if you don't know where that is. And then I lived in Cannes for like 6 months maybe. And then I lived in America with my family when I was younger. I have a lot of American subscribers, so that really intrigues me, because I used to live in Owings Mills in Baltimore. So if any of you, and I used to live in Chicago too, so if any of you are from there, say hey. I was actually going to get a tattoo in every single country that I've been to, and then hence why I've got Hindi on my back, because I went to India, and then I just started going to, I went to loads of places within like like a certain amount of months and I was like, oh god, this needs to stop now, otherwise I'm going to be like head to toe in like tattoos. Are you in or have you been to college? So I've been to college twice to do two very different things. So I was one of the people that I finished my A-levels and I was like, I don't know what I want to do, and everyone seemed to have their like shit together and I was just like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Took a while for me to realise this. So I danced my whole entire life, so I got a scholarship to train at like one of the, like a really good theatre school in the UK, so it was just like, okay, I'll go there. And like I remember my first day, everyone was so keen, I was like, okay, I'll do this for 3 years. So I did that for 3 years, not really knowing what I wanted to do. And then after that I went down to London to audition for like dance roles, but I got to London, I was like, still not really what I want to do. So I was lost for years, and so I took any old job, like in clubs, in bars, in shops. I worked in Harrods, I went in Selfridges, I went travelling, I lived in Beirut, and I just did not know what I wanted to do. And it took me leaving the country so many times and doing like this eat, pray, love journey in Beirut to realise that, okay, I knew what I wanted to do. So I knew I liked fashion, and I'm a massive geek. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a massive geek. So I combined the two and did like a fashion management and marketing course, and then again got to third year and I was like, I don't know what to do. I cannot work in an office. What have I done this degree for? I cannot go legit work in an office all my life. So then I remember I was on the way back I was on the train from Peterborough to King's Cross, got off at King's Cross, and I went to W.H. Smith and I picked up a book, just the number one, because I wanted something to read. And it was Zoella's number one book. And then I read it back to back, like within 2 days, and I was like, oh my god, what's this blogging thing? And I was like, is this a thing? And then I started watching like so many YouTubers, like I found in the Fro, Sammy Beauty Crush, and like Lydia Millen. I literally binge watched the entire of YouTube. I don't think I moved for like a week, and I watched everyone's videos. And to this day I was like, I really remember the moment I was like, this is what I want to do. It finally all made sense. So yes, that's a long-winded version to I have been to uni twice. Favourite subject in school, art textiles. I don't know if all schools do it. It's like where you play with fabrics and stuff, and like I remember there was this waxing machine that I used to put my hand in, and then you brought it out and like the wax melted. I don't think you were meant to do this, but I was like, oh, this is amazing. I used to be so annoying in school to teachers. Not on purpose. Like I set the cooking school. Why do girls' schools have to do cooking? That's so ridiculous. So I set the cooking room on fire by accident. This wasn't on accident. We were making chili con carne. I hated cooking class. If you watch my last video, I cannot cook. And I was like really pissed off that I had to do cooking. Like it's not even why did the boys' school not do cooking and the girls' school did cooking? It really annoyed me. So I remember once my teacher really annoyed me, so we were making chili con carne and I poured the whole entire chili in the con carne, and then obviously they come around and taste it at the end. And she tasted it and it was like so spicy. I was literally a pain in the ass when I was younger. Okay, this next questions is like currently stuff, currently questions. How am I feeling? I'm okay. Feeling good. Single or taken? I am newly single. Full stop. Moving on. Currently eating really healthily. I'm on a health kick and I'm trying to get the most amazing beach body for this summer because I feel like I need to get it back in shape. Currently listening to Rag and Bone album. Love it. Currently thinking about conquering the world. One stiletto at a time. Currently wearing this cute little dress. It's actually really, really cute. I don't know if you can see it. It's a dress. I'm going to Venice in like 2 weeks' time. This is one of the prepared outfits, so I don't want to show you too much. So you didn't see that sneak peek. How tall are you? Everyone thinks I'm really tall. I'm 5'4", I'm really short. Cats or dogs? Dogs, always. I really want a puppy. Really want one, but I'm also house hunting. So until I have a house with a garden, I don't want to buy a puppy. He will be coming very soon. I want a Yorkie poo, but more poo than Yorkie, if that makes sense, because I think if you get a Yorkie poo, it will just look like a Yorkie with a crazy perm, whereas if you get a poo with a bit, it's gonna be perfect. What sports do you do? So when I was younger, I was such a sporty person. Like I used to run for the northwest of England, used to do it competitively, was #1 in my region because I enjoyed long distance running. That was the only reason. I used to literally get up in the morning or when I came home from school and just run. Okay, so now we've got onto like the future section. Daunting. Children, yes, hopefully one day, otherwise I'll have to be really nice to my sister's children so I don't end up in a nursing home. Married, I could take or leave it. I find weddings, I get cringed out by weddings, not other people's, but if I was the centre of attention, I get freaked out by centre of attention. I hate birthdays because I know that's really strange. People may find this because obviously I take pictures of myself for a living. I put myself out on the internet for a living. But yeah, I hate the attention being on me. Like I get so embarrassed. Like if I had to walk down an aisle in a big massive dress, it would freak me out because I don't like forced attention, if that makes sense. What turns you on? Okay, what I look for in a guy is I'm crazy. I know I am. I come up with really crazy ideas all the time. And 9 times out of 10, they do not work. But I cannot have someone that doesn't think that they will work. So if I'm like, right, I want to build a spaceship and I want to go to space. I look for this in friends as well. I want someone to be like, cool, I'll get the silver foil. What you need? I'm coming with you. I have to have someone that's not going to put a damper on these crazy ideas that I come up with, if that makes sense. Like I remember when I said to like a family friend of mine, they were like, oh, what are you going to do with your life? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to blog. And they were like, right, no, what are you going to do? And I was like, no, I'm going to blog. Here I am, that 1 out of 10 time. Never let anyone dampen your crazy ideas. Turn off a lot of things. Someone that's vain, someone that's not loyal, someone that, I don't know, I could go on forever. Career. My career's been a bit of a slow starter. Like I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but if that's you, like there's nothing worse than not knowing what you want to do with your life. So don't panic. I was like 27 when I realised what I wanted to do. And yeah, you feel like you've got a lot of catching up to do, but you're never too late to start something again. And where do I want my career to go? I'd love to have my own shoe label. I would love it. They'd be good. They'd be really good. Where do I want to live? This is a hard one. I'm really stuck at the moment. Like, I grew up in the Wirral, moved to London when I was 20, and then I've lived in London for like the past 9 years. And then this year I have just moved up north it was a temporary situation to save for a house deposit. Now I have that together now, and I'm like, do I go back down to London and spend like thousands on rent? I don't know. I'm really lost. I don't know where I want to live. All my friends are scattered all over the UK, and I don't know. I feel like I have to kind of start again, and I don't really know where. Like I have all the tools in my basket. I just don't know what to do with them as of yet. So to be continued. Where do I want to live? Any ideas? Let me know. Do you believe in religion? I'm not religious, but I believe that it is a comfort for a lot of people. Do you believe in miracles? You have to believe in miracles. You have to. Because if you never believe that something will happen, even if it's crazy, then it never will. Love at first sight. Where is it? Ghosts. Yeah, I've had really weird experiences, but I'll save that for a rainy day. Soulmates. Again, where is it? Ideal first date. I hate dates. Again, I find them really cringe, especially in a restaurant. I've literally not been on any dates, so if you've taken me on a date, you're lucky, because I've literally been, I think, in my whole entire life on like 3. I find them so cringe. Like, I cannot date. Probably why I find it so hard to find men. I cannot date. I find it really awkward and cringe. Like, it takes a good 2 glasses of wine to get me out the door onto a date. I don't know, I get really nervous. Insecurities. Everyone has insecurities, like no one's perfect, but for instance, say if we're talking about a figure, like I know that I'm an apple. I have long limbs and all my fat, or if I do put on weight, it goes to my centre. I know this, I'm an apple. So I could be insecure at the fact that my stomach is not the flattest, but I have great legs. Do you know what I mean? If you have an insecurity, every insecurity that you have, you'll have something amazing to counteract that. So don't let your insecurities take over your life, because you need to concentrate on the thing that counteracts that. Like, I don't have a flat stomach, but my boobs are perky. Don't focus on your bad things. Like, I may have a spot on my chin, but my eyebrows are fucking good. Do you believe in yourself? Yes. I was taught when I was younger that my mum drilled it into me that anything that I could do, probably where I've gone wrong in life, but she made me believe that I could do and be whatever I wanted to be. And believe me, I've tried to do and be whatever I wanted. Don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but if you're not going to believe in yourself, nobody else will. So before, for instance, if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel and you're nervous about it, don't be, because if you don't believe that you can do it, then no one else will. You have to believe in yourself first. So I asked you guys on Snapchat and Instagram stories to like ask me questions and stuff, so I'm just gonna pick a few out and answer them for you really quickly, because I think I've rambled on for like an hour. So Iman says, what have you learned in life that has helped you to stay humble and beautiful? Oh, thanks Iman, I'll pay you later. Give us an example of a situation that you went through which have changed your perspectives. I have been so broke before. Like, in fact, when I started this YouTube channel, when I started blogging, I was like unbelievably broke. I was at uni, had 3 jobs just to pay my way in London. I had no sleep. I was working till 4 AM and then getting up to uni at 7 and then interning for free in the day. I literally had 0. And I think if you learn to live on 0, then you have a really different understanding of money. And I think there's a lot of perception, especially when people talk about blogging, that only like middle class people do or rich people get to do it. But actually, I saved for my first camera. I then, when I started to earn money from my blog, I invested it in another camera. Everything that I've earned from my blog, I put back into it for like the first year. So I had all the equipment that way. I think being in that situation has made me realise that money, you have to be clever with it, because it's not grown on trees. Like when I first started blogging, I had 0. I literally used to go into like my housemate's room and be like, can I borrow your Givenchy bag to take a picture of? I used to borrow everything and like just, I don't even know how I started it on I had no clothes to do hauls with, I had nothing. When I started my blog, I had 2 pairs of shoes. That was it, and they both had holes in them. And then all the clothes that you saw in my closet has just been through blogging. Like, so to cut a long story short, just be clever with your money. It doesn't grow on trees. Like, invest it in ways that you believe in. Even if someone's telling you not to, invest it in the ways that you think will work. Nicola, what is your favourite animal and why? It's my sister. It's Oscar, your dog. I'm currently casting ITV2 reality dating series Love Island. I don't know if you are single, interested, but I'd love to chat to you about the show if you're up for it. Guys, do I go on Love Island? That's hilarious. Lorraine T. Sang, what is your job? A full-time blogger, but to get to this point, oh god, it was hard. Not gonna lie. I put myself, when I realised what I wanted to do, I was like, I'm going to get a job that puts me right in the very epicenter to learn as much as possible in the smallest amount of time. So I was the brand relationship manager at a blogger platform. You probably all know the blogger platform very well, and I've probably spoken to you if you're a blogger. But I put myself there to learn what bloggers were getting paid, what brands were wanted, like how bloggers were working with brands. Like, I learned everything from that job to put me in a really good position to know what to do, because who knows what to do as a blogger when you first start out. It's a new business, you can't learn it. So that's what I did, and sure enough it really helped. So if your dream is to be a blogger, like, I seriously recommend just getting yourself a job in the centre of it. It helps so much. Ashi, hi Ashi, I see you comment all the time. What is your biggest dream? Are you a morning person or evening person? Ashi, I want to be a morning person so badly. But I lie there awake till 5 a.m. when, as I said, I used to work in clubs when I was at uni, because it was the only way I could intern uni, and then I'd do like a 2-hour stint in a nightclub at night. It was the only way I could like fit everything in. So my brain comes alive in the middle of the night, and because I did that for like 5 years, I cannot shake it. So I literally guess about 12 o'clock. It is 11:47 when I'm filming this now. I come alive. So if you're up for a party, give us a call. Someone follows me who's got a definite foot fetish. He keeps asking about my feet. I presume he's talking about these shoes. Are you going to try them on? Smiley face. I swear, I think it's the same person. He asked me about my socks last week. I am going to try them on. Just not right now. That's so funny. Sean, hey Laura, where do you live? As in like area, not house number. Okay, good Sean, you saved that there. Okay guys, that is my first get to know me video. I'm hoping I can cut this into some sort of reasonable time, because I think I've talked a lot. I told you I could talk to a lamppost. But thank you for watching, and if you want any of the videos, let me know, because as you see, I do them for you, so let me know. Thank you for making it to the end. If you've made it this far, you're my favourite. And if you want to follow me on social media, at the Laura Blair, come say hey. You know I show you stuff, I'm there first. Instagram stories. And yeah, I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!